What's up, nerds? And have I got a story for you? Now, also down below, you can find the articles that I read to bring you this video, and you can check those out for yourself, or you can just watch this video where I'm going to read it to you. But also, before we get started, I just want to say that if you like what I do here and you enjoy independent content here on YouTube, please consider subscribing to my channel. YouTube is always changing up their algorithm. Small channels like mine, we just keep getting shoved to the back of the line. So please ask that you like, share, and subscribe, and I thank you in advance. All right, you guys, now that we got that out of the way, why don't we go ahead and get started? You guys, I don't know if I'm like super excited about this or if I'm not super excited about this. I'm kind of excited about this, but let me explain why. So this is from Giant Frickin' Robot, and it says Keith Branagh directing Gargoyles live action movie for Disney. Now listen, I want to just say right now, I love Gargoyles. I love this show so much. Like, this show has like a special place in my heart and always will be. Not only is this show really good writing, really good animation, really good voice acting, I just love this show. It's so great. Now, the third season isn't the best. I want to admit that, but I still like it. I just do. I just really love this show so much. And I've always wanted to see a live action version of this. And we kind of got that. And I'll explain that in a little bit. But let's read through this article. And then it's not very long. And then we'll discuss my thoughts. So apparently Disney's live action remakes aren't isolated to musicals. We've learned from our trusted and proven sources that Oscar-winning filmmaker Kenneth Branagh has been tapped to bring live action Gargoyles feature to the big screen. Now, if you remember, I don't remember if they say it in this article because it's been like a day since I read it, but they did. Kevin Branagh, he did direct Thor, the first movie, and then he also directed those mystery movies, the Murder on the Orient Express with that Poirot guy. He played Detective Poirot. So he's a good director. I don't know about him playing Poirot, but whatever. Anyways, Poirot, whatever, however you say his name. Anyways, if you're not familiar with the property, then you missed out on what proved to be one of the most beloved, if not the most beloved animated series of the 90s. I have to agree to that. It was, I can remember waking up in the morning. It came on right before I had to leave for school. Like, so me and my brother, we'd wake up, turn on Gargoyles, watch like before the first commercial break. We'd watch it as soon as the commercial break happened. We'd book it to our rooms, get dressed for school, book it back to the TV to just catch it and start watching the show again. Then as soon as the second commercial came, we would book it back, grab all our crap and everything, and then book it back to the TV to watch this show. It was so great. I loved it. I love this show so much. Okay, so the syndicated cartoon premiered in 1994 and ran for 3 seasons, a total of 78 episodes, and was renamed Gargoyles: The Gothic Chronicles in its 3rd and final season. And that's just because I think that they got rid of Greg Weisman, and we'll see. So it says the series Kenneth Branagh will be adapting features a clan of gargoyles as heroes transplanted from the 10th century to the modern day. Back in the Middle Ages, most of the clan is killed, while Goliath and a small group of other gargoyles are cursed to be frozen in stone until their castle somehow reaches above the clouds. Goliath and his comrades awaken in the 20th century after the wealthy David Xanatos buys the castle and has it transported to and reconstructed atop his New York City skyscraper. The gargoyles protect the city and its people, often dealing with various supernatural challenges as well as clashing with Xanatos. Oh, so good. So good. So it says the voice cast, including Keith David, they live as the lead Goliath, and the late Ed Eisner up as Hudson, the Jonathan Frakes Star Trek Next Generation, the billionaire David Xanatos. I think he might be able to still play David Xanatos, but if he doesn't, it's fine. According to Polygon, Kenneth Branagh will be directing a Gargoyles feature that has been discussed since the animated series was still producing new episodes. The original concept was scrapped after the series concluded, and the 2011 the writing team of David Elliott and Paul Levitt, G.I. Joe: The Rise of Cobra, was tapped to write the new script. I hope they don't. That movie sucked. So it says, we don't know if Elliott and Lovett's script will be what Kenneth Branagh is working with, but we know his Gargoyles won't be Jordan Peele's. The acclaimed writer-director of Nope pitched a live-action gargoyle that Polygon described as a grisly Disney unsurprisingly gave it a thumbs down. Yeah, I hope not that. Anyways, Kenneth Branagh is now one of the growing list of acclaimed directors taking on Disney's live-action adaptations. Robert Zemeckis, Forrest Gump, helmed last year's Pinocchio, ew. Guy Ritchie directed 2019's Aladdin, ew, and already set to direct Aladdin 2, not interested. The live-action and the live-action Hercules. We'll see how that turns out. Could this series cast return? There's no word yet on who Kenneth Branagh wants to cast the Gargoyles, though it would be like many of the voice actors from the animated series could reprise their roles, live action or not. It seems likely that the heroes will be CGI rendered, and most of the voice cast is still around and active. Not to mention Jonathan Frakes is still working, having recently starred in Star Trek Picard and could easily reprise his role as Xanatos. Now, I just have to say right now, again, I love this idea, and this is why I love this show, and I want to see it live action. Again, they mentioned that the characters could be CGI rendered. Now, if you guys remember a little while back, they did this movie called I Am Frankenstein. And I'm going to throw up some pictures right now real quick. And these are the gargoyles from this movie. And the movie was crap, but I thought, and these gargoyles, I thought that this was a good first start to see a Gargoyles live action movie. They're all stony looking, but at the same time, I was just like, this is a start to get a Gargoyles live action movie up and running. I loved the idea of having and that's why the voice actors could return to voice their characters, because most of them are still live, A, and B, it would all be CGI like these characters are. I'm not sure if they want to do the mocap stuff for them where they put the little dots all over their faces and stuff. I'm fine with that too. And then just have other, younger people do the action sequences and stuff for them. But I love this idea, and I can't wait to see. I really, really, really hope this is true and goes through, because I want to see it. I really hope that the script is good and we get a great Gargoyles movie. Tell me, what do you guys think about all of this? How do you feel about them making a live action Gargoyles movies from that animated show from the 90s? Do you think it's a good idea, a bad idea? How do you feel about it? But tell me what you guys think. Go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys on my next week. You guys have a good week. Bye.